Welcome to Hot Takes and Beer Breaks.
We were over intoxicated and underinformed.
We're just three dudes talking news and drinking booze.
I'm John.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Justin.
Congratulations to New Haven. We are the pizza capital of the world, or the United States.
U.S.
I
Get
fixed
it right,
it.
John. Get it right, damn it.
I mean, what other country in the world is going to compete with us on
You
pizza?
never know.
Screw Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very
I don't
harsh
care that they
stance.
started it.
Yeah, they made it. We perfected it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I saw a lot of the comments, like people were posting, because Dave Portnoy, who does for Barstool, who goes around to different pizza places all across the country, tries each pizza, has basically said that New Haven pizza is the best in the country. And maybe you should trust the opinion of the guy that, travels around and tries every single different
It's
pizza.
specifically New Haven County, right?
New Haven, I think.
Probably just lumps it
I think it was
together.
just New Haven.
Oh, New Haven specifically?
I think so.
If we're going straight city, yes.
Absolutely. It's not even a question at that point.
Yeah, because New York would probably be a runner-up, but you also have to account for all the different boroughs, all the different other stuff.
Mhm.
Like, are you going to pick one of the boroughs as the capital? No, you can't. You got to pick all of New York, which means there's a lot of crappy pizza out there.
Mm-hmm.
They have some Sbarros there.
What do you guys think is the best?
Sbarro's not bad. It's nice mall pizza.
I mean, yeah, but I can also have one of the Celeste pizzas and have the same thrill.
That makes me think of
vastly underrated.
There's an Office skit where Michael comes to New York. He's like, I always got to get a slice of my favorite pizza. He goes to Sbarro.
Oh, God. Is that after he went to the Hustler Club?
I don't think so. No, he was going for like a big meaner or something.
Oh, wow.
He's like, New York City, my second pound. It doesn't matter. What's your favorite pizza in New Haven, though? Because there's a few to choose from.
Number one, definitely out of the big three, or big four if we lump Zupardi's in with the New Havens, even though it's in West Haven. Its heart is in the right place. Is definitely modern.
Jason, do you agree or disagree?
I'm a big fan of this place called Domino's.
Oh, he's going off the reservation.
Previously Dominic's? Yes. I listened to the history of it. Yeah. This one, it's Papayan.
Yes. That's another quality.
Okay, so you're Dominic's?
He clearly doesn't get it.
Domino's
He
Pizza.
doesn't get it.
I fucking hate you.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, you can't go wrong with modern.
Oh, yeah?
I am very also partial to Zupardi.
No, I think modern's probably the best. I agree with that.
Yes.
But we're probably going to have to try all of them.
Not probably. We will.
Eventually, probably.
Eventually. Who knows?
Yes. We'll probably have to baseline it because my favorite drunken college pizza was, Jason?
Pizza Heaven Special.
Pizza Heaven 2, correct?
Pizza Heaven 2.
The Pizza Heaven Special was
fucking delicious.
And what was it?
Was it a large cheese or one topping?
I think it was a one topping.
It was a large one topping with wings on the side.
Mm-hmm.
That garlic bread was so fun.
It was just butter.
It was absolutely delicious. Best drunk food there was.
Oh, it's so great.
I feel like I'm missing one more thing.
I think it came with a soda.
I think so too.
Large 2-liter.
Yes.
Yeah. It
Quality.
was
cheap price. It was like $15, I think.
Yeah. Right near Southern Connecticut State University.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Home away from home.
Very good. But
nice.
yeah, we're gonna do the modern. We're gonna do the Sally's.
The Pepe's.
We're gonna do the Pepe's. We're gonna do the Zupardi's. Maybe we'll throw in a baseline. Like we'll grab one from like Milford. Just to have like
I don't think we can do Milford because Milford, like, I feel like there's
little far
some
away.
quality places in Milford. Like, it's always like New Haven's really good. Then you get like an outer ring and you're like still pretty good. And then you get a little farther out. And as you get farther out, it gets worse and worse and worse. Right? Is that a fair critique?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong in New Haven.
The closer you are to New Haven, the better it is.
Yeah. I would agree.
But like I saw all these people, like they were commenting on Dave Portnoy's. They're like, it's not better than this pizza in my hometown. It's like, yes, it is. Trust us. Just trust us. It's better. We've had it. We've had your shitty pizza everywhere. We're world travelers. We've gone there.
Yep.
Trust us.
We are.
Dave Portnoy does this for a living. We have to go. I mean, California is probably the worst, right? If just go out to California, it's the worst.
If somebody who went around the U.S. tried different pizzas or different, let's say like comfort food, like if they're getting like barbecue stuff or something like that, and they've tried everywhere, and they say like you got to go to this place. I'm not going to be like, hey, what about this place right by me up in Connecticut? No.
You're going to trust it.
Know your place of your regional food.
Exactly.
We have pizza and
it's better than yours.
That's it.
Oysters, I guess.
Maybe
We have a fest.
I think multiple places have festivals about oysters.
But we got the za.
Yeah, we got the za. Don't add us. All right, we don't want to hear it. You add us and we'll fight.
Yeah, because I don't look on the whatever we add on.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the other ones.
Yeah.
Uvu. I mean,
are we on trailer yet?
But keep an eye out for our special episode about the New Haven Pizza official blind taste test.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yes.
We would definitely have to do it blind.
You have to do it blind. You have to have somebody like handing us the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
We can't guess until the end. We have a little note. We'll write it down.
That'd be good.
Yeah. And then we'll see at the end.
That's a good way to do it.
We should probably throw Pizza Heaven in there just for old time's sake.
I mean, at least.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't know how to segue to this. I was trying to think of a way, but this lawyer, Rod Ponton, Ponton, I don't know how to pronounce that. Ponton.
Yeah.
He's a Texas lawyer. Obviously, worst pizza.
Mm-hmm.
He had a cat filter on, so his child was using his camera before. So he's a lawyer. He was doing a Zoom meeting for this trial, and came up with a cat filter. He didn't know how to turn it off. He was just like, "I'm not a cat," and they're like, "No, we know, we get it." And he didn't know how to turn it off. It's kind of funny. It's a good video.
Was it a perjury case?
I hate you, Jason. How do you feel about that?
I have no feelings about it.
Yeah.
I love when something goes wrong, but it's like a harmless situation.
Oh, he was so funny about it. He had like an interview and he was like, "Yeah, you just got to roll with the punches," and kind of like, I knew I was going to be a joke, so that's okay. I'm just going to laugh at myself.
Yeah, it's not like he was doing anything wrong. It's the technology that he didn't understand to the fullest.
Nah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad he kind of
rolled with the punches.
He's paid to be a lawyer, not a Zoom expert.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's a good lawyer.
Or not. Who knows?
Who knows? Based on this one thing, maybe.
At least he seems like a fun guy.
Do you notice video kind of looked okay?
What?
The Justice League trailer.
Did it though?
Yeah, the Snyder Cut came out. What do you think? Well, we all watched it.
What is different from this one than the last time? Because it's the same movie.
It's 4 hours long.
And Rob Schneider directed it.
Oh, okay. That makes it a lot better.
They're not going to know that it's the Snyder.
It's the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Schneider.
Am I missing anything?
No, I'm just going to keep going. But like Darkseid's going to be included in it.
Of the Moon?
Yeah.
I love Pink Floyd.
So, we'll never touch this on. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Jonathan, stop.
But it's a 4 hour long movie.
Okay.
It's going to show in theaters. They're going to have a break, or it's going to come on HBO Max. Are you guys going to watch it?
I have HBO Max, so I'm going to watch it.
Do you have HBO Max?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Oh, good to know.
I don't know. I don't use it. I've had it for years. I've had it since it came out. Cable.
You don't use it? Oh,
that makes sense.
If you have it on if you have cable with HBO, you have HBO Max.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just got to put in your provider and stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I kind of like it because the ideas were there. What happened with Zack Snyder's family, why he actually had to leave.
Yeah.
Because of his daughter, I believe, passed away.
Yes.
So yeah, he had family issues. He had to go deal with that. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't his full vision. And it was pretty rushed. They got the guy who directed the first two Avengers movies to come and do it. And
the problematic one.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But he did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Problematic.
Probably could have talked about how there's been accusations coming out and people are trying to. So that's probably a future episode where we'll talk about Joss Whedon and what he's got going on.
Oh yeah, him.
Yes.
Took me a long time to figure that one out.
No, you're good.
Yeah, but so I'm curious what he's gonna do with it. And they did have a lot of money pumped into this. Mm. They put an extra 100 mil.
I feel like
150 mil.
Yeah, they put in a lot for reshoots and everything.
Reshoots, editing.
Here's the thing though, right? It doesn't feel like it's a movie that he wanted originally. Mm-hmm. What it feels like is he had the groundwork for a movie that he wanted. And then Joss Whedon came along and finished it off and made this movie that was different than what he wanted, a little bit more silly and a little bit more whatever. And after the criticism, he's like, oh, this is what I really want to do. And now has the ability to take criticism, to Jason's point, what Jason's saying, it doesn't look very different. I think he's right. I think,
because he shot most of the movie himself.
Yeah. I think the problems, a lot of people didn't like Justice League. Now, maybe you did, maybe some of the listeners did or whatever you like. What do you like? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I think
I give a shit, people.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of the problems with that movie are people who don't like the movie. The problems with it are there. Like the reason why Superman's coming back to life. I think that was a huge problem. I think he's probably going to come back and beat the shit out of Steppenwolf. Spoilers for this movie that came out. Came out like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But the ending of the movie was basically the Justice League is having a problem up until Superman shows up and he just beats the shit out of him, which I didn't like.
Honestly, the problem that Snyder has with most of his movies is he's all stylistic for the most part, and his character development isn't top notch. It's mostly all stylized fight scenes and all this, and like that's what the movie is having a problem with. Its storyline is kind of
I don't like that Wonder Woman can't go toe to toe with Superman. I'm not saying that she should beat him.
She should. Like in the comics and the cartoons and everything, she's it's her, Martian Manhunter, and Superman who are like the elite strength people.
Yeah, they're like the best
should be able
of the
to she should be able to take him down, especially when he's not in control at all. Like,
yeah, it doesn't and especially if you have the help of the other ones, you should be able to subdue Superman. Like it shouldn't even be a question.
Flash makes sense why he's kind of a little bitch.
I think he's gonna be dumb in the new movie too.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be brand new into the superhero game, which is fine. I'll let that happen. Batman is useless in this universe now.
I hate that.
Like Batman vs Superman was decently good because they like made him a little more ruthless because he kind of needed to be.
I mean, he killed people. I didn't like that.
Did he kill people?
Yeah.
I thought he just branded them.
He drove over them in the Batmobile.
No. They're just asleep.
There was one part, Jason. I don't know if you didn't see Batman vs Superman. Right?
I never got
There's one part where Batman grapple hooks the bad guy's car, and then as they're in the car, just tows it along the road, and it's just rolling around. And they're definitely like mashed potatoes at this point.
No, they're fine. They're just sleeping. They got airbags. That's fine.
What?
Nothing good comes out of the barrel of a gun, John.
It's okay because he didn't shoot he had guns on the Batmobile. He shot a gun in the movie.
They were paralysis guns to make them sleep because he's so good at fighting.
It was, I don't know. I think this whole universe is a mess, and I think you just like I hope it's good. Like I hope the Snyder Cut's good, but I don't have a lot of high hopes.
Honestly, Batman should accidentally kill people.
I don't care if he accidentally kills people.
Like at least it's consistent. Like if he's going to kill people or if he's going to be that brutal in his later career, let him be.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's an explanation for it. Maybe he's like a broken Batman. Like he originally had those values and then for whatever reason, it just didn't get articulated well. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, eventually you're going to get to the point where you got to do it. You got to pull out a gun.
I don't know. We could probably talk about. Do you want to? I don't know. I think the movie's going to be a mess. I feel like the black suit Superman, the inclusion.
This movie is just going to be entirely fanfare of all the people complaining about what was wrong with it.
Yeah,
and it's not going to prove anything.
Because I think a lot of people wanted that. Which in the comic books, Superman comes back to life after being killed by Doomsday, and he has a black suit
and
what?
A mullet.
Yes, and a mullet. And he's not going to have that in this because I don't think that was the intention. I think he was always supposed to come back and have the regular suit, which I think they're just like, oh, we're going to put him in a black suit now. Because
people are going to be like, whoa. Whenever Marvel does this shit, like Easter eggs and stuff like that, it's carefully put in there.
It's well planned.
Or it's like, one hit and done. It's not like they, in retrospect, go back and do it.
Or they kind of put a bunch of Easter eggs in and they see what people enjoy and then they go with that.
Yeah. This one is like, they're just like, look what we heard you wanted.
Yeah. And just throwing shit up against the wall.
Now, do you like the idea of going back to a movie that had possible potential and putting more money into it to redo it?
No, I don't know how you guys feel about this universe. I like the DC universe. I like those characters. The DC, like the animated stuff they did way back in the day as we were growing up as kids was really, really good. And it's fun. And I would love for them to do it well. I don't think they got off to a good start. And I think they should just take a break.
I have a hot take on that.
Come back to it. What's that?
I thought Man of Steel was pretty good.
Okay. Jason, what are you?
See, I was not a big fan of Man of Steel.
That's fair. I'm with Jason.
Not in the slightest. I don't think it was that.
It was anime fighting with gods.
I thought it was okay.
It was as cool as if they weren't gonna, they should have gave him a little more humanity. But the fight scenes were cool.
He was too dark.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. The fight scenes were pretty fun.
What makes them dark?
I think
if you had all the power of a god. You couldn't like, and you had to like live a normal life. You're going to live kind of a depressed life.
Yeah, but I feel like Superman has always been like his character, like Captain America. Like Captain America is this guy who's gonna, no matter what the odds are against him, he's always gonna fight. Right? Marvel captured that really well.
Yep.
No matter what, it's always, I can do this all day. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Superman's supposed to be. He's a man that's better than everyone else, but he doesn't like he takes the time to rescue a cat out of the tree or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like he cares about everyone. He represents hope, like the S in the thing. Like he's supposed to be beaming of hope, and he just didn't do that in that movie, in my opinion.
I mean, the thing on his chest is his people's symbol for hope.
H hope starts with an H, idiot.
Damn it. I still think it's a more modern take on it because
that's fair. I mean, I don't mind.
I didn't need another Christopher Reeves one. We're done with that. You need to go a little darker.
Okay.
Because you really think that everyone's going to look up to this one god? No, it's going to be what happened in Man of Steel. Most people are going to be scared of him.
Okay.
Which I think that's it's kind of like a metaphor for like, it's like, oh shit. It's probably how other countries felt when we got the nuke. It's like, oh, we don't know how to contain this threat. Everyone would be on edge. Like, what if it was used against us?
Okay.
That's how a real Superman would be in the real world today.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess these are, but he's also a fake character. You know what I mean? Like,
what?
Yeah. Not real.
Shit.
Gotcha. But I mean, like he's a fake character that's been around for so long. I think people know him a certain way. And that's the sucky part about doing a Superman movie in a different way. If it's Superman, you know what I mean? Batman
was so, when they revamped Batman twice, make him darker and darker, it works.
Yeah, but that's Batman. He's always been.
But I didn't think it was as dark as people say. Yeah, it's a little darker, but it makes it a little more realistic. But that's just my gripes with. I thought Batman v Superman was decent, and then Justice League was just complete crap. My fear with this, though, is that they're gonna put money into this, and if it's successful, the problem we're gonna see is that they're gonna do this with a lot of other movies now.
Just go back to old shitty movies and
no, they're gonna make a new movie. It's like, you know how video games nowadays, like you buy it, the game's not complete,
and they just fix it.
They either make you pay for microtransactions or fix it along the way.
Oh yeah, that would
make
suck.
The full product and give it to us.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing with Marvel is let the director's vision come to life. You know what I mean? People enjoy a different take on something, but it has to be without studio interference. Would that be correct? For the most part. Okay. Unless you're Edgar Wright. I feel like we're nerding out about this a little bit. I've never nerded in my life. We'll have to see what the movie comes out. Maybe we'll all watch it and then talk about it one day. I'm going to watch it. I have the thing. Well, Trump got it. I feel like I said that really loud. Trump got acquitted this week. So basically he was impeached for the second time, went to the Senate. The Senate needs a 2/3 majority, and he was acquitted. Okay. They didn't get it. They fell short. I'll be honest. I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't a complete split. It wasn't along party lines. There was a bunch of Republicans that voted to impeach. More than I would expect, because I have no faith in anyone in government. That's fair. Jason, do you have any?
No. Does that mean we're done having to hear about this?
No, because we'll see him in 2024.
When the time comes, We'll figure it out then.
Hot take.
That's tomorrow's problem.
So there's been a spike in attacks on Asian Americans. There's been a report that's 2,808 incidences, or another one had over 3,000. So hate crimes since the start of March, basically the start of COVID, there's been a spike in attacks on Asian Americans just for no reason. You know, I guess some of them could be robberies or stuff like that. But you think this correlates to maybe the person who was the POTUS previously calling it the China virus? Jason doesn't want to talk about him.
I mean, I don't care. We can still talk about it. It probably ties into that some way, shape, and form. Yeah, I think that's probably. I think people were probably going to blame him or blame Asian Americans anyway. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Yeah, he probably the big bet orange guy probably had a result in this, but maybe this probably was going to go up anyway. Maybe it doesn't go up as high without him. Yeah, is my opinion. But it sucks to see. I hope no one's like being racist. That would be terrible. In America, John? Yeah. You'd be surprised. Sorry. But what's dumb is like Asia is a very, very large diverse continent. Yeah. And diverse. Yeah. Like
someone who could be like Japanese or Korean or
exactly
like they're getting like
just lump them all together.
Yeah, and someone gets the rhetoric of China virus or something along that line.
Yeah, and it's not like they had anything to do with it either. It's like let's say hypothetically, worst case scenario, it's a disease that was designed by Wuhan scientists in China, right? Mm-hmm. What does a regular ass person in America have to do with that? Like, why?
Which very well may have never been to anywhere in Asia.
Yeah. And by the way, that's a far stretch to say that this was created on a lamb. Like, it's much more likely that this just was.
Well, it's out there now, folks.
Yeah.
That's what John thinks.
Oh, God damn it.
Hot take.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't fucking hit people for no reason. This doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is dumb.
It's so dumb because it always harkens back to me to people who like just go out of their own way to be either rude or downright abusive or assaulting, like commit crimes against people just from like color of the skin, where they're from, shit like that.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting at all.
It's white supremacy in America.
Well, after those serious talks, do you want to talk about take a beer break and talk about Little Wolf, which is the beer you brought today, Justin, right?
Yes. Little Wolf is made by Zero Gravity. It is a pale ale that I got at Costco.
Cool.
Where I get most of my beers. Yeah. It's brewed with malted barley, oats, American grown hops, dry hopped with mosaic. The small
Mosaic.
But feisty brew is fruity, floral, and refreshing.
What do you think? How many beer breaks do you give it? Jason's favorite grading system of all time.
Jason, how many breaks of a beer?
I'm not indulging in this nonsense rating scale.
1 out of 10. What do you got?
No.
Come on. What do you think? How many wolves? How many littles out of wolves would you give it?
6.
6.
I feel like Jason goes to 6 a lot.
6 out of 10 beer breaks for Jason.
I feel like we got to give one like a lower score eventually. So I'm going to give this one a 4. It doesn't stand out to me. It's not like it tastes like a regular beer. How much? Like, was it expensive in your opinion, or was it?
I think I spent $11.
$11 on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay that for that.
It's actually not very expensive for
tall boys.
They're tall boys, John.
Yeah, they're tall boys. So it's but like I wouldn't buy it again. You know what I mean?
I'll give it a dead even breaking of beers, half of them. So I like 50,000 out of 100,000 beer breaks.
So 5 out of 10.
Don't round down.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's typical. Very typical.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out. It's okay. I mean, I would definitely drink. I think I would drink everything again. So that's not a very good standard.
You have a problem.
No. It's not a problem if I don't admit it.
I mean, according to science, alcohol is a solution.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Well, the oldest Egyptian beer factory was found recently. The factory is found in, let's see how I pronounce this, Aboidis, an ancient Egyptian ground located in the desert west of the Nile River, about 450 kilometers south of Cairo. So that's pretty cool. So they were brewing beer back then.
As they should.
They said it was between what?
Did you ever hear the theory that the reason society exists is because of alcohol?
Yeah, for multiple reasons.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, because like you can get food, you can get water, you can get everything you need. You can move your huts around, you can travel, be nomadic. But in order to make alcohol, you got to cultivate grains, you got to cultivate like food or stuff to ferment. And that doesn't really happen until you start settling down and regrowing and farming.
I feel like every good idea comes out of alcohol too. So that's probably how we innovated, because this podcast came out of us drinking alcohol. Right, Jason?
Yes. Among every other nonsense idea we've ever had.
So basically you're saying right now, everything in history that's resulted from drinking alcohol has been positive.
You're welcome. And we're continuing. Well, no, wait, hold on. I'm not standing by that.
No, you heard it here.
Damn it. I got trapped into that. No, but I think, it's a pretty good theory, Justin. I like that.
It's not mine at all. Smarter people.
No. I'm giving it to you.
You know what?
Justin, thanks for coming up with that.
You're welcome.
Did you also hear the theory that the reason we survived the plague was because of alcohol? Because it would kill the germs and
by boiling shit to get alcohol, to get the process going, it just killed the germs.
See, beer's good for us. Drink more of it.
Yeah.
Drink Little Wolf. Maybe don't. It's okay. Get something else.
It's fine. Maybe they have other beers. We'll try zero gravity stuff later on.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine.
But it is fun because today in history, which is Tuesday, the 16th.
Go ahead, Justin.
Well, February 16th was actually the anniversary of the archaeologist opening up King Tut's tomb.
Okay.
Back in 1923.
And I did see a meme, probably not based on anything legitimately, but it was basically saying like if King Tut's tomb was open, that they were going to release like a plague or whatever on the world.
Probably.
That's when COVID happened.
That's crazy. That never happened.
I mean, COVID started before, but like there was like a whole bunch of shit like bad things are going to happen if you open this. And look at where we are today.
Well, I mean, since 1923, nothing bad has ever happened in history.
Yeah. I'm not going to
say it here, John.
I'm not going to stand by that one either.
Stand by it.
Can't trap me. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. I mean, did they discover anything with King Tut's tomb being opened or anything?
Yeah, they found him.
Damn.
Yeah. King Tutankhamun? Tutankhamun. Or King Tut.
Alien.
Yeah, aliens did build the pyramids.
Yeah. Well, you know what else you can do while you're drinking beer?
What?
You can race NASCARs.
That's not safe.
I do have a question, though, for you gents over here.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, I was driving to work, and I had my seat way far back. And then when I was driving home, I was like, oh, shit, I got to move forward. Like, I've been wearing the same clothes and all this stuff. I think the weight of adulthood has shrunken me as the day goes on.
Oh, you had to like move.
Yeah, I became smaller and more fragile.
Odd
from life.
I was going to say maybe you're a growing boy and you keep growing, but no, you're just.
No, I did the reverse. I need to move closer to the pedals.
Just shrinking.
Yeah, I'm just sad, just moving down.
My God. Do you guys sit really far back from your steering wheel?
I move.
Well, we just established that.
Jason, do you sit really far back or
no?
I sit because I kind of sit like a little bit closer to the steering wheel. Like
but you guys don't move your seats at all?
No, I'm not insane.
I'm constantly doing it.
Yeah, but you have a problem.
I have many problems.
Yeah.
I'm shrinking.
One of them is constant. Do you change the mirror? You got to change the mirrors for that too.
No, for some reason that works. I think it's just based on my level of slouch. So I'll sit farther back.
You saw a problem with that too, right, Jason?
No, it doesn't make sense.
That's interesting.
Maybe. I think I'm slouching, so I'll sit farther back in the seat, and then I'm like, oh, my feet don't reach the pedals.
Maybe someone is just fucking with you and moving your seat.
I was gonna say maybe it's like he was like a little car elf that like sneaks out of like.
I mean, my car was broken for a while, so I just in order for my AC to start, the heat, I'd have to like kick the thing just to get the relay the trip, and then I'd be able to actually get the heat on, and I was a danger on the road for a long time.
I feel like you said relay like really impressively, or like that's a word, but I feel like you're just like I kicked it and magically it started, and that's what I was okay with.
Do you want to know what a relay is?
No, I'm okay. I get it.
I'm getting an electrical engineering degree.
Oh God,
associates. It's not really that impressive. But thanks, Dad, for fixing that.
Did you guys watch the Daytona 500 though? I mean, cars that do work.
No,
mine runs.
All right. So. I went to the Daytona 500 with my dad
this year,
a few years ago.
Cool.
No,
this year?
long time
Florida
ago. Florida?
Yeah, or Florida.
It's crazy at all times.
Nice.
But it was a really fun experience. I like going to the Daytona 500. Maybe we'll go one day for hot takes if we get big enough. We'll sponsor a car.
Yeah, definitely.
Dream big. But it was cool to go down. One of my favorite. Actually, I like ended up going to NASA. Because it was like down in Florida as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a pilot back then. I was like a little kid and I went into this like G-force simulator and it like spun you around and like.
Did you puke?
No.
Did you shit yourself?
No.
Did you come?
I said that very convincingly. No, but it simulates like G-force, right?
Yeah.
And I think it went up to like 3 Gs, right?
Damn.
After that, I felt terrible. My head was killing me. We drove to Burger King, which is like a few miles away. My dad was just like, I think it's this way, and took like a left, and we ended up getting, but I felt terrible. And I was like, I'm not going to become a pilot, but I like flying.
Was your dad like hugging the turns and you're hitting even more Gs trying to get to Burger King?
He's like, I'm living out my dreams. We're here for the Daytona 500.
We're making a left turn.
But yeah, it was really cool. Someone else that got to live out their dream, Tony Bruttinger. I'm really good at last names.
Good job.
She is the first Arab American female driver to participate in the NASCAR National Series. So not in the Daytona 500, which happened on a Sunday, but instead she participated on a Saturday in one of the lower cups. She participated in a few races.
What's she driving? Because I know there's like trucks, regular.
So she was in the truck race. She was in the pickup truck competition and the Menard series, ARCA Menard series. I don't know which level that would be.
I'll let you say it.
Yes.
Yeah, good for her. She win?
I didn't say. It just, I don't think so. But like, that's really cool. Like, I mean, first off, it's very hard to win, especially like you're going up against experienced drivers. So.
Just you push the pedal down harder
and just keep on going.
Yeah. All right. I saw Talladega Nights.
You're good at this.
Fast and Furious. Just keep shifting. They have like a 30 block shifter, right? Just drive fast.
Just drive fast. Okay.
Yeah. Shake and bake.
Did you see? So Bubba Wallace is racing with Denny Hamlin on the Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin team. So Michael Jordan owns a stock car now. The Michael Jordan guy. Because he's an avid race fan.
Wait, Michael B. Jordan?
No. Oh, Michael Jordan.
The OG Michael
23.
Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah.
Are they number 23?
Bubba Wallace is driving number 23.
Wait, hold on. I thought that was Gordon.
No, Gordon 24. And Gordon retired.
Oh, he did?
Good like a long time ago. He's in the booth right now.
Really? Just the entire time?
Yeah, he's like the Tony Romo of Daytona 500.
No, he actually won things.
Got him. He did actually, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know him. I think my grandpa is his favorite racer.
That was pretty cool. Do you guys want to pull up I put a Twitter video. So on the last lap, well, there was a few crashes during Daytona, but on the last lap, there's a gigantic crash, and someone who I think was about to be in first just got taken out and like. Ooh.
Wait, was everyone okay?
I don't know.
Well, that's questionable to make jokes
Probably.
About. Oh,
it's a large fire.
Yeah. So as you can see, do
the flames make you go faster?
I think that's how it works. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, the screeching halt by the cars turning to the side. That car was that upside down or was that just on the side?
I think it was just on the side.
Okay.
And the yellow car won the race.
Oh, good job, yellow.
Let's go yellow car. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like look at that. Is it the first car or is it the second place? Yeah. Look how the first and second go out.
And then that first one or that yellow car just it's a Mustang. Good job.
I saw Pat McAfee tweeted out. He was like, I love this NASCAR thing. The guy jumped into his burning car again or something. I don't know what happened.
Went back in?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Hey, you got to finish the race.
I would have to double check that, but we'll link the Twitter video down below so that way people can check it out. So
they should have like RC car races.
Mm-hmm.
Full contact, like Robot Rumble, but with like racetrack.
They did like a virtual race last year when COVID was going on. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And one of the racers said the N-word
in NASCAR.
Yeah, he had to apologize. I watched there was like a thing before Daytona 500. He was like talking about his journey. He's like, I didn't know it was the thing, and he knew it was. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it after that because once it was the first instance, it's like I can't watch this. This is
God.
But
the fact that he just casually drops that, like, imagine what he says.
I think he was like he was like like instead of like fuck, like he was like,
there's plenty of words.
There's a lot of words, like the word I just said
to like express yourself.
Well, speaking of fire,
it's lit.
Let's talk about Gina Carano. Who was fired from Star Wars. Technically, she wasn't fired. But, Jason, can you read So she was let go from Star Wars. We can clear up a few things. A lot of people are saying she got fired. But actually, what happened was her 2-year contract was up, and they just decided they're not going to bring her up. Jason, do you want to read the quote that she had for the post that was that got called into question?
You can even paraphrase the first, or just say the first sentence, because it's pretty...
Well, I think the full thing is fair. Right. It's not our words. This is her words. This is what she posted to social media.
Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews to government first, made their own neighborhoods hate and hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views?
So, well, I mean, to be fair, like there was a lot of people basically saying, she's saying if you're a conservative, it's just like being a Jew in Nazi Germany, which, to be fair, like I don't know if that's necessarily what I mean, maybe that's what she meant, but do you really get that from that sense, or do you get the sense that? What do you think?
She's saying to me, the vibe she's giving out is that being like what you just said, that today being
a conservative, because she's a well-known conservative. She's posted a lot of like anti-transgender things. She said she shared a lot of mass conspiracy things, like COVID is a hoax kind of things. And
so actively problematic and not
actively problematic. Yeah. Yep. So she wasn't let go. She was probably in contract talks and assumed that her agent was like talking to someone. And this is what I assume happened is everyone at Disney was like, no, we're not bringing her back. Like, we don't want to deal with her anymore.
Yeah.
And which is their right.
Disney is a private company.
And because she found out through social media. So she didn't know she got fired in quotations until social media. Everyone's like ripping Disney. They're like, that's very professional. But to be fair, there's probably an agent and like someone called up and was like, hey, did you see what she said? And someone was probably like, we're not bringing her back anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to comment on this.
Yeah.
And that's what I assume probably happened. Right. Yeah, is that fair? Is that a fair assumption? I'm just assuming I'm making shit up.
I mean, Disney can do what they want.
Yeah.
Until they get broken up for being a monopoly.
Until then.
Yeah.
I'll say that like there's tons of other shit you could have let her go for, to be honest. Like she has a ton of other problematic tweets and shit and things she said. And I'm assuming, I mean, her coworkers probably don't like working with her. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. I assume with most of the situations, like a lot of time, like I know with Roseanne, the reason she was let go was not just because of her tweet at the time. It was also because her coworkers threatened to quit.
Yeah.
So I assume this is probably the same thing.
It could be, because didn't the lead kind of step up and say something in like her defense? In her defense? Yeah, I forget what it was. I don't know. I can't speak to that. I know there was I do remember something like that. I don't know if it was in her defense though, or in her. Well, either way, I don't care. I mean, I didn't even watch The Mandalorian. You didn't? Like episode 3. Oh, really? You didn't like it? It was one of those things where I started watching it and then I got sidetracked and never went back to it. It was really good. You should definitely. I'm sure as a Star Wars fan, yeah. I'll say her character is not important. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter if she gets brought back or not. Like, no one's gonna miss her. Was she supposed to have a spinoff? I didn't hear anything. You told me about that. I wasn't sure. I think there might be a spinoff that involves like or maybe what her character was, and then she probably was rumored to be a part of. Yeah. Like she's like a rebel, like person that like goes in and takes like attacks people and does certain things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there was a rumor about that going on. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, she talked herself out of a job. I will say, I do think, because a lot of people like ideologically on the left are celebrating this. I'm like, good, like she's gone. Mm-hmm. Right. I will say, like, I think everyone's kind of being a little hypocritical because people on the right are like, how could you do this? This is a First Amendment right violation. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. Hot take. So, shut up. Like, you're wrong. Like, you don't understand what the First Amendment is. John has the Constitution. He knows. But to be fair, like, I think a lot of people on the left were upset when Colin Kaepernick lost his job because of his political stances and what he did, right? Technically, it's the company's right to do what they exactly. But that's what I was trying to say is, like, I think we can't be hypocritical and say, like, because a lot of us, I think, in our defense, like my defense of Colin Kaepernick was, regardless of what you think, I think he could have been a starting quarterback in the league. Jason, do you agree? Yes. Yeah, at the time. He would have at least been on a team. Like, he may not have been an all-star, but he would have been a professional quarterback. Exactly. He would have been a starting quarterback. And I didn't think it was fair what they did. And ideologically, I agreed with what he was doing. Right now, I don't agree with what she's doing. I think she's problematic and I'm not sad to see her go, but she's not going to stop doing what she's doing. Mm-hmm. And if she's good at her job, like let's just say hypothetically she was a good actress and you wanted to hire her on for something. I don't think this should stop her either, to be fair, because I don't think it should stop anyone unless she's saying some really reckless shit, which she kind of is. But she is saying reckless shit. But it comes down to, does the press behind it, like, if they did the Kaepernick thing now, he was a martyr for everything that's happened. So like if they did that shit now, nobody would, or a lot of people would be very much against the NFL. I just want to play devil's advocate and be fair. No, it's a fair point because you got to look at it even if it wasn't that extreme. Like say somebody like said something about right wing people and then they got kicked off of they got like kicked off of like Fox. Yeah, we'd be upset. Yeah. But also, like, let companies do what they want to do. And just based on the laws of supply and demand. Capitalism. Honestly, that's where people are going to actually see the difference made. There's a reason why the NFL started, like, promoting the Black Lives Matter movement. Because they saw a dip. Yeah.
I think there was, I don't know how much of a dip, but I think there was. Well, also, I think other players.
It's the right thing to do.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think this probably goes back to like the Roseanne thing. Her coworkers didn't want to work with her. And a lot of people were upset that Roseanne got kicked off her show, which is fine. Like they liked that show. It probably wasn't right that she got kicked off or whatever. It doesn't matter. But like her coworkers probably didn't want to work with her. Maybe this is the same thing where their coworkers don't want to work with her anymore because of her political views. Now, I don't know. Maybe she's a perfectly pleasant person. She just has a terrible.
Or maybe she was annoying.
Maybe. I don't know. But you know, I guess it is a private company and Disney's allowed to do whatever they want to do. But I think nobody can be hypocritical here, right? So like when a left leaning person gets kicked off, whatever, like you said, I don't think it's fair for the right to all of a sudden celebrate that and be like, good, they have disgusting views. And I don't think it's fair for the left to kind of have those views on the right. Like I mean, people should work as long as they.
It depends, because if you could celebrate it if you were already in support of something. So like if you like the NFL and you were upset that what they did to Colin Kaepernick, then you just don't support the NFL anymore because of what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you're happy that now they're at least trying.
Now you support them.
Yeah. You put your money where your mouth is. Like,
Nike's stock went way up after they signed Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And
you support the people and the organizations to which you agree with their ideas. You don't have to bash. Like if somebody bashes The Mandalorian, like, yeah, this is a good thing. How many of those people actually watch the show? Do they even care? Or are they just jumping on a social justice bandwagon or trying to fight the culture war?
And it probably is a little unfair to the fans who don't care. You know what I mean? Like, to be fair, like there's a flaw in her argument to start off with, saying that like our neighbors are getting turned out against us just because of a political belief. No. Like, there's nothing wrong with being conservative and having like, oh, I believe that taxes should be lower or this. But there is a problem with being transphobic, and there is a problem with sharing widespread conspiracy theories that threaten people's lives. And there is a problem with spreading misinformation about the riots is what another thing she did on December. Was that December? Early December?
What riots?
The December 6th.
The fact I have to ask that is a problem.
The one where they stormed the Capitol building.
January 6th.
January 6th?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, time is an illusion now.
Nice.
But like there is a problem with that, right? That's not being a conservative. What that is being a problematic person.
Yes.
Because you're sharing things that aren't conservative in nature. You're sharing things that are I don't even know.
But if you believe those things, then go support her.
I guess.
And if she's not getting any work because of her ideas, because most people don't believe in that, maybe you should take a look at yourself and realize maybe the shit I'm thinking or I'm saying isn't right.
Yeah. I mean, if I guess if you truly believe it, I guess you say it and then you deal with the consequences, right? Colin Kaepernick truly believed in police reform and he dealt with the consequences of that.
Yeah.
Whether it was fair or not. So I just think we can't be hypocrites here. We can't be upset with Colin Kaepernick losing his job and then celebrate her losing her job. Even though they're both, you know, I think at least I would argue Colin Kaepernick is correct and she's wrong, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair there. I don't know.
It's hard because you want to give people on a certain side the benefit of the doubt. But when it's actively hate versus anti-hate, then you can tell when you're in the wrong and when you're in the right.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the hate that went towards Colin Kaepernick was misinformation that it was anti-military.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at his situation. People thought he was against the troops for that. For some reason. I didn't
because his stance was also after talking to a troop. He's talked to a Green Beret.
Yes.
So that was it.
I don't know. Look at her stance.
Yeah.
You know what she's complaining about, and the people against her specifically are pointing at what she said.
I think if people just ignored her too, like no one would care. You know what I mean? Like she's obviously in an echo chamber where everyone.
But is she though? She's on a very famous show. You get people who are kids following her. Then that's just going to compound and then boom.
Yeah, I should probably say I'm not against her being let go. I didn't care about her character. I wasn't sad to see her go. I definitely didn't agree with her rhetoric. I thought it was, like, as you said, very hateful. So I'm not sad to see her go. I wanted to bring that argument up and have people think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to make anyone feel one way or another about it or share what they should feel about it. I'm just saying, I wonder if you think about those thoughts, you know, think about how people who agree with her and don't want to see her go. How did you feel about Colin Kaepernick getting let go from his job? And people who were sad about Colin Kaepernick being let go, how you celebrate her being like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm just
the one thing you got to remember is the response to what the person did. Like Colin Kaepernick, people's response was he was saying that he was protesting police brutality.
Yes.
And people responded with, he's disrespecting the troops. She said that conservatives are being treated like Jews during the Holocaust. People are responding to her saying that conservatives are being treated like Jews during the Holocaust. Do you think
this proves her point, though? Like, in a weird way, not truthfully. Like,
to her? It proved her point.
Exactly. Like, to the people that see this and that see that, like, she got fired because she's a Republican, right? And the people that are going to frame that, like, she didn't. She was a Republican before she got hired on. She was a Republican during the first season, and she was a Republican during the second season, right?
That's her right to be.
Yeah, and they decided not to bring her back, probably because, as you said, she probably growed a few more followers on, and they felt like, oh, we can't allow this to keep going on.
Even if Disney hired her for another season and then broke the contract and was like, we're not going to bring you back due to this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Disney can do that. Good for them. Whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
They need to defend their bottom line.
I feel like a lot of people are going to look at this and go, this agrees with the narrative that conservatives can't get jobs in Hollywood. And I don't think that's true. You know, Tim Allen's been in Hollywood for a long time. Well-known conservative.
Yeah.
And like, I just think like people get let go for a variety of reasons. And I don't know. I just wanted to put it out there and talk about it and get your guys' opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me, disagree with me. I'm probably wrong on a lot of things.
You are.
Thank you. Jason, do you have any thoughts?
No.
Okay. Do you guys have any other stories you want to talk about this week? Anything you saw? No?
I didn't see anything.
Jason, did you see anything this week?
No.
Okay. Thanks for drinking with us. Find us at Hot Takes and Beer Breaks on social media and wherever you get your podcasts. Cheers.
Adios.
Bye.